It's a real pleasure for me to have this opportunity to express how much I support what Yvonne and Lana Rados are doing at Intronaut. But before I begin, I think it's important for you all to understand where I'm coming from, to have some context into why or how significant what I'm about to say is going to be. I am a Western trained physician and scientist. I am an infectious disease specialist, a pulmonary or respiratory specialist, and critical care specialist. I've worked a decade in the academic institutions in the United States, but I've also been a scientist. I've led my own research laboratory in academia, and I've worked in the pharmaceutical industry for now over 12 years. In my job, I develop new drugs. So when it comes to medicine, I believe I know what I'm talking about. And in fact, before I came to Yvonne and Lana, I did a lot of research into what they refer to as plant medicine, psychedelics, what have you. As you know, there's a lot of literature out there, and I'm not going to go through all that because you can find that on your own in various podcasts, publications, YouTube channels, whatever. What I really want to do, though, is spend some time talking about what is so unique about Intronaut and how Yvonne and Lana approach human beings. You know, I did not find Yvonne and Lana on my own. It was actually through a friend of mine who referred me. I came with a lot of, let's say, spiritual issues, past traumas that needed to be addressed. I was in a very dark place when I came for the first time and journeyed with Yvonne and Lana, and actually my angel Sasha. That was a profound, absolutely profound experience. But I came away with that realizing that although I did achieve what I wanted to achieve, which was to confront those traumas, embrace them, and figure out how to live with them peacefully, it was Yvonne's raw approach that attracted me, his spirituality. Yvonne is like no other individuals that I've seen in this area, at least that I've looked at. Yvonne is a bona fide spiritual man, a shaman. He's not in this to try to get followers. He's not in this to try to build a following. He is not in it for the money, at least based on what I've seen. Yvonne is a true, pure individual who is touching souls through his ability to communicate with the universe. Now that might sound very broad, especially to those of you who are uninitiated on these journeys. But I assure you that I am seeing everything that Yvonne does through a scientific Western lens. And time again, I find myself going back to the spiritual aspects that attracts me to what he does. So what exactly does he do? Well, if you ask Yvonne, he'll tell you nothing. He simply guides you to learn about yourself, your inner self, to find your inner self, and to become a better person so that you can be the most that you can be with your family, with your spouse, with your friends, with your children, with your parents. To accept you for what you are and to embrace everything about you. Not just the good, but also the traumas, the bad, whatever you want to call it. He calls this his non-dualistic approach, finding that middle point. In my first journey with him, that was actually the first vision that he interpreted for me. I saw black and white spirits or colors, whatever you want to call it, swirling with each other. And my initial interpretation of that was that it was the good fighting the evil, of course, because that's the world we live in, right? But that's not how Yvonne saw it. Yvonne saw that as the two sides of me dancing with each other, a balancing act that is constant throughout our lives, and something that we have to not only understand, but also embrace so that we can move forward in our lives to become the better self. I've since then learned much more from Yvonne about life, about our world. And I have to say that I've seen him touch many other people now. And it has always been profound. That's the only word that I can use to describe it. It's not religious. It is not pure shamanistic. He touches you at the core and leads you to yourself, your true self. And he is a guide for you. And that's all he is. That's all he asks. He just does. I hope that this testimonial, or whatever you want to call this, helps you understand a little bit more about what to expect from this experience through Yvonne and Lana. It's very special. And I don't think you'll find anything else quite the same as this. It's not just this plant medicine. It's the integration. It's the counseling. It's the meditation. It's the conversations that you have with both of them as people. It's their paternal and maternal instincts that makes their approach so powerful and so effective. And I hope that after you've had a chance to experience it, that you'll also feel the same and have the opportunity to express your gratitude as well. Thank you.